So after several months of that, I was eventually put back on the engineering crew, and the engineering crew went back to a more normal schedule, where I would periodically do night watch. Excuse me. And so during that time, we had a new chief engineer, and we were in dry dock, and did a lot of repairs, but that was only for maybe 3 weeks. I was then put on as the purser, which meant that I handled all the ship's money. It came through me, which is a lot of pressure. It's not easy, and wasn't made easier by the fact that the chief engineer was putting a lot of his work onto me. He should give the chief purser, or he should give the purser an order request with what they need. And instead he would tell me what we need, and I would have to try to figure out where we can go to get it, how much it's going to cost, if they have it in stock. And that was a mess. So I did a month of that, and it was difficult. That was like proper hard, properly challenging. Fortunately, though, I had actually planned a vacation, and there was a replacement coming for me at the end of the month, end of June. So, replacement got there. I taught her a little bit of it, and then I went on vacation. Went over to Japan for 2 weeks. That was pretty nice. That was pretty cool. And after I got back, I was put into the role of chief steward. Chief steward is the head of hospitality, which means I kind of led the hotel services, right? I led the cleaning crew. I made sure that the galley always had people in it. I was doing purchases for the cleaning crew and for food orders for every month. So it was, 1 second, please. So yeah, I was responsible for quite a bit. I was doing the weekly grocery runs as well as the monthly ones, and there was a guy who came in who gave me some advice to first put people in, let people be responsible for things. It kind of worked. It helped out some, but the truth is that I couldn't really rely on a lot of the people who were working in the hospitality department. So it was challenging, and eventually we did get some more help, in the form of 2 people from Montana, and so they were husband and wife, and the husband helped out in hospitality, and the wife did purser stuff. And so it did give us just enough people that we could get everything done. We got another person in, and we were doing okay. It still wasn't easy. I still had to, wasn't always sure what to do with making schedules. Seemed like I would make a schedule. I'd be asked to, I'd do it. Nobody paid attention to it, or one thing would happen and it'd derail, and that was that. So I just stopped bothering with it. I just, did what I was able to do in the moment. Eventually, we got some more people, and my replacement finally came, and so for the past couple of weeks, I've been trying to train her. Now, there's a challenge in the fact that there's certain thought processes which I do unconsciously, and so trying to teach them, you don't even realize that people don't make certain connections. If it was just computer stuff, then that's fairly easy. I was able to do that, able to review it with her a couple times, how to use the email and the file system and all that stuff. So it took a little bit, but it took a little bit of repeating. but we're able to get it. But I decided while I was chief steward, about a month and a half, I decided one way or another I was going to go to Madang by the end of October. Either the ship would sail or I would fly out in order to get a break, change of scenery for my last 2 months, because working on this ship really restricts your freedom, and I was distant from a lot of stuff that you want to do. I've not done any engineering work. I mean, I've tried to explain to the leadership also that they gotta be careful how they advertise, how they try to recruit. This is not a mechanical engineering position, not an electrical engineering position. No, there is nothing like that on board. But while that's not necessarily super important to me, I'm willing to do stuff outside of my education. I would have preferred to do something that's more related to, I don't know, something that's more directly responsible for good work. I know. Apologies. I'm running out of memory space on the phone. So to keep it brief, I'll be spending my next 2 months in Madang. With any luck, the ship will come to meet us there, and I'll see it sailing in. I'll be serving on the base, however they need me to. Just hopefully it's not another leadership position. For any of you people who are thinking about doing an outreach, a mission work, you're probably not in the audience listening to this. But if you are, I would recommend doing if you can do a short one, or if you're more serious about it, I'd recommend between 2 and 4 months of volunteer work. DTS, sure, that's cool, that's fine, but the time to spend in another country for me is the best is around 3 or 4 months. Much longer than that, and you tend to start to see the flaws in the place. Or at least that's my temperament. I tend to see the problems with it after that time. The 3 months, 2 to 4 months gives you that period where you're more in, you understand the culture a little bit more, but not so much that you're not outside of that sort of honeymoon period, but you've got a deeper appreciation for it than if you go for 2 weeks. And you're allowed to do more substantial work, you can feel as if you've got more of a connection to the work than if you go for a couple months. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap that up real quick. I don't know, man. It's been a crazy ride. I'll tell an assortment of stories some other time. There's been a few exciting moments. But, you guys have a good evening. And God bless you.